It is Tuesday, April 20th, 2021, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today on the show, I've got some thoughts about Jonathan Davenport and his season ahead. Plus, we take a look at the Super DIRTcar Series entry list for Bristol and get you ready for their 2021 campaign. Let's jump in. We talked very briefly on the show yesterday about Jonathan Davenport making his way to 7th in the point standings with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series after an abysmal start to 2021 that basically left him pondering his series status. That rough start, along with the enticement of big money at Bristol and the opportunity to team up with Kyle Busch, meant skipping the Lucas race at Brownstown back in March. But because that event hasn't been completed yet, that hasn't hurt Superman just yet in the standings. Through the first 6 Lucas races to start the season, Davenport had just one top 10 finish, and that was after dominating the Wild West Shootout out in Arizona. But since finishing 28th at East Bay on January 29th, Davenport has 5 top 6 finishes in his last 6 starts, including the win on Sunday at Port Royal and a third Saturday at Hagerstown. He also won the Flow Night in America show Thursday at Tyler County and a Southern All-Star race Friday at Mountain Motor Speedway in Kentucky. But this recent run of success and the climb in the standings with Lucas hasn't led to any more clarity about how the rest of his season will play out. In a post yesterday at DirtOnDirt.com, Davenport told Kevin Kovac that he isn't sure what the team's plans are for the weekend, which includes the Outlaws in Kentucky and Ohio, Lucas in Illinois, and other well-paying shows. So if Davenport doesn't know where they're going this weekend, he certainly hasn't decided on the rest of the year. If he can stay hot, the 145-point deficit he has right now to Tim McCreadie could be wiped out in a matter of weeks, but he'd need a little luck. It's certainly doable, though, with so much of the season still to come. The craziest thing in the piece from Kovac, though, was a quote from Davenport right towards the end. He said they might try and get the points lead with Lucas by enough so they can skip Knoxville in September for the Knoxville Late Model Nationals to run for a $50,000 to win show at Texas Motor Speedway just to come back and try and rally again for the championship. What? It's nuts to think a driver could miss multiple series races in a season and still contend for the championship. It's even more nuts to hear a driver say that without thinking they are completely full of BS. In this case, though, I kind of believe him. I feel like if anybody could do it, it just might be Superman Jonathan Davenport. Bristol Motor Speedway is coming back to life this weekend for the final events on dirt in 2021. Thursday is a practice night, with Friday and Saturday being race nights for the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series and Super DIRTcar Series Big Block Modifieds. The Super DIRTcar Series released their full 42-car entry list for the weekend just this morning. It's a stacked list that includes the top names in Northeast Modified Racing. The 42 drivers are as follows: Chad Phelps, Tyler Dipple, Jackson Gill, Mike Guler, Jack Lehner, Rusty Smith, Justin Hares, Chad Brockman, Mark Johnson, Kevin Root, Chris Heil, Rich Scagliotta, Matt Shepard, Ryan Watt, Marcus Dinkins, Jesse Mueller, Brett Hearn, Peter Britton, Brandon Walters, Kyle Coffey, Eric Rudolph, Danny Johnson, Jordan McCreadie, Max McLaughlin, Mike Mahaney, Pat Ward, Keith Flack, Jimmy Horton, Stuart Friesen, Dave Rauscher, Kerry Terrance, Brian Swartzlander, Tim Sears Jr., Gary Tompkins, Matt Williamson, Olden Dwyer, Billy Decker, Craig Mitchell, Jimmy Phelps, Larry White, Demetrius Drelos, and Jimmy Britt. Both races are 40 laps and pay $10,000 to the winner. The Super DIRTcar Series has had one points-paying race so far in 2021, which was at Can-Am Speedway back about 10 days ago. Stuart Friesen topped Tim Fuller and Larry White, and he currently leads the series point standings. Friesen also picked up 2 wins at Dirt Car Nationals back in February, while Max McLaughlin and Mike Maresca were also winners at Volusia. 26 nights lay ahead still for the Northeast competitors, with $40,000 going to the champion, not to mention all the purse money that will be paid out over those races. Along with the 42 drivers we'll see at Bristol, we know 17 currently plan on racing full-time with the series. They are defending champion Matt Williamson, whose wins in big races have earned him the nickname Money Matt. Matt was the champion in 2019. There was no champion in 2020. You can actually hear from Matt on a Conversations episode I did with him back in November of 2020. You can find that in this podcast feed or the DIRTRACKR YouTube channel. Matt Shepard is a 7-time series champion, and he's back to try and knock Williamson off the mountain. Veterans Billy Decker and Jimmy Phelps will be hot on their heels, with both having the talent and equipment to win any night out. Lightning Larry White has 11 series wins in his career, including Super Dirt Week in 2018. Eric Rudolph has contended for championships before and is certainly one to watch as well. Mike Mahaney, Demetrius Drelos, Jack Lehner, Peter Britton, and Marcus Dinkins all have experience with the series in the past, with some still looking for their first ever wins. Longtime competitors Dave Rauscher and Rusty Smith will jump in, along with rookies Chris Heil, Kevin Root, Brandon Walters, and Olden Dwyer. If you haven't had a chance to check out Big Block Modifieds before, this will be a great weekend to see them as they take to the big stage with the sprint cars at Bristol. The drivers sit in the center of the race car, which weighs 2,500 pounds and carries a 467 cubic inch engine, making somewhere near 800 horsepower. They're certainly unique race cars, but they provide fantastic racing. Don't forget, you can watch the series all season long live on Dirt Vision with your Fast Pass, which includes this weekend at Bristol. For more details on the series, visit SuperDirtCarSeries.com. The only thing on the streaming schedule for today is Flow Racing 24/7. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Before we close up shop, I've got a stat for your dirt racing brain today. Robert Ballou is back full-time with the USAC National Sprint Car Series this season, and he leads the series in top 10 value finishes, converting 4 outside top 10 starts into 3 top 10 finishes. 2 of those also resulted in hard charger awards, including a 22nd to 9th run at Lawrenceburg on April 3rd and a 20th to 10th run this past Friday night at Bloomington. For more cool stats, check out DIRTRACKR.com/analytics. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily where you get podcasts, plus YouTube and Facebook. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and leave a review. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com. I do check those every single day. You can follow DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at DIRTRACKR. And you can check out the website for all kinds of cool dirt racing stuff by visiting DIRTRACKR.com. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.